welcome to Titanium Talks Tarot, and today I will be doing another insight, okay? So today I'm talking about what to do when listening to readers, alright? Now, this includes me. So, but in specific, when they say what another person is going to say or is wanting to tell you or something like that, and you intuitively know that that's not where the person is at, like maturity wise, or like where they're at in their life at the moment. So you kind of say, ooh, you dream big, right? Now, you just have to know that when they say that this is what this person wants to tell you, and you know that they're not very mature, or they need some time to get to where they want to get or where they need to get to, you just need to remind yourself consistently that what you are hearing that is making you feel like, ooh, this is great, this is what I want them to say, is probably coming from their higher self, their more mature self, their more experienced self. Okay, so the one that is like their higher version, that's where this is coming from. Okay, it's not necessarily coming from their conscious current self. So know that it might take some time for them to achieve that. Okay. Now, so what happens in this, and this is where I'm tying this to your intuition, okay? Because what is intuition? Intuition is when you have done something often enough for it to become like second nature. Alright, so this is something that you are going to have to do so often that it becomes a part of you, an integral part of you. But until that happens, it's going to take some time. So, what am I getting at? Is that every single time you listen to a reading, even from me, you need to remind yourself consistently that you need to take this with a grain of salt. You need to take it with a grain of salt, and that this person might not be there yet. Because remember that whenever you listen to a reading, okay, that have you ever heard people say everything's happening at the same time? Right? That there is no past, no future, there's only the present, and that whatever is meant to happen will happen. And so what readers do, we generally tap into a mindset a person might be having, all right? Now, what does that mean? That means that that person will get to that mindset, but they aren't there yet. Or that the person had this mindset but is no longer there, right? So you need to be able to know where it is, be able to gauge this person adequately, and be able to place them in their timeline. Okay? And so you need to be able to take yourself out of the situation, view it from a third person degree perspective, and be like, alright, and be able to see where everything is and be able to better choose for yourself. Okay? So, I've recorded this video twice. Well, this is the second time, or at least the umpteenth time I needed to get all the information that was in the first video in this one, right? So, now I also mentioned in my first version that there are multiple types of intuition, right? Not different styles, but there's the intuition that you where you've done something so often that it has become second nature. You don't even have to think about it anymore. You just do it automatically, like driving the car or walking or eating or drinking, whatever. So that's one. Okay, and then there's the second one, which is more esoteric, more of the tapping into a higher consciousness and so on and so forth. Now, what I'm mainly talking about today is the first type of intuition. It's getting the reps in, right? Doing it often enough for you to be consciously unconsciously competent at doing something. What do I mean? Well, there's 4 levels to this, right? And these 4 levels are 4 levels of learning. So there's being unconsciously incompetent, so not knowing that you know. Then there's being consciously incompetent, that you know that you don't know. Then there's consciously knowing, where you know it, you know that you know it, but you have to consciously think through the steps. And then there's the 4th level, which is unconsciously competent, where you've done it so often that you no longer have to think about it anymore. So what this is that for you to make sure that in a reading you don't get duped or you don't think the wrong thoughts because your person is no longer or is not yet in the mindset that the reader is tapping into, you need to consciously remind yourself time and time again, okay, that this might not be the person's current state of mind, their current consciousness, their current maturity level, and that you're going to have to be patient if you absolutely want to be with this person or not. It depends on you. Now, I'm saying this because I am currently in this I'm experiencing this currently myself, and it's not easy. But every single time, okay, and as I mentioned in my first recording, every single time I was almost about to like okay, no, this is it, I've had enough. My intuition's like, no, stay there. And I'm like, no, I can't take it anymore. And then God was like, no, you stay put. You stay put. You don't move. You wait. And I'm like, fine. Even if I had people around me who were like, Tar, change. You need some change. Things need to change. Things need to shift. But all this to say that when you've gotten to certain spots with your intuition, you can distinguish between your ego, other people's ego, and your and confirmation. That's a plane. I don't know if the microphone picked it up, but whatever it is, a plane just passed by. Right? So when you get to that point where you listen to your intuition more than you listen to people around you, you will become magical. And that might be annoying to some, but it's okay. That's their choice, right? So like I said, I need to remind myself this a lot, because what I'm talking about, what I have been mentioning, what I mentioned prior, that specific thing that I was talking about took about a year. Okay? Some of you, it's going to be like, no, a year's too long. I can't wait that long. Which is fine. If you can't, then you need to be able to move on to another thing. But, I mean, I, just like you, was like, I can't wait any longer. But then God was like, no. Get back to where you were before. Wait, be patient. It's going to happen. And so that's what I mean. When your ego is trying to be like, you know what? You don't have time for this. But then God is like interfering, and it's like, no, 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 no. You are going to sit tight and wait for this to happen. Because you don't, you might miss out. Okay? So I'm just saying. This is where the intuitive part comes in. It's you being able to listen to your higher self more than you are listening to you, your ego, that's trying to make things happen quicker. Okay? So, all this to say that when you tell yourself to calm down and to, you're like, but I want it to happen now, right? But your intuition's like, no, you have to wait. But then you're like, yes, but all my friends. But then God intercedes and he's like, no, you must wait. So, like, it's gonna happen, but you need to be able to do the process enough times for it to internalize and for it to become a second nature and for it to become an automatic response, and you not just doing what your ego tells you, because your ego wants to keep you safe, but keeping you safe might not be exactly what you want to create, right? So, my gorgeous triple tears, this is all I have for you guys today for this video series. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and the email you can send donations to on PayPal if you feel so called. And with that being said, my gorgeous triple tears, I wish you guys all a very good week or a very good night, and I will see you tomorrow, okay? Bye.